Alright, got another video idea. This is very basic. What was I about to say? What was I about to say? My bad, I looked at a text message. Anyway, we got Did This Rapper Fall Off? And we're gonna go through a couple different rappers. First one we got Polo G. My favorite or second favorite rapper is either him or Uzi. And Polo G is supposed to be dropping in July, so if his album's good, he probably be my favorite rapper. But until then, we don't know. But people really started saying Polo G fell off after this album, Hall of Fame. Hall of Fame obviously has Rap Star on it, but I guess you could say that there's not really any more hits on it, which I think that's cap. Um, and maybe just because I'm a Polo G fan, but of course you got No Return, Toxic, Gang Gang, Black Hearted, um, GNF, um, yeah, so real is one of Polo G's best songs. Clueless, Bloody Canvas, right? You got all those songs. You got a lot of versatile songs, right? But I don't know the two sides of the Polo G thing, right? One side is just simply being able to that his beats and all that are generic, but don't get to it. Another thing is he rap about the same stuff every song, which is really not true. When you go to the violation and a couple songs like go, he's really focusing in on like all that pain rap, like tribulations from his past and stuff like that. I think he started doing that less when it comes to Hall of Fame. His music after really forgets what people were saying about Lil G. That he's not saying every song. Because we never heard Lil G on the true songs to Clueless. We never heard him on like Go Part One, um, Gang Gang, no peace, no nothing. Another thing we're all Drake, yeah, rap. If you know, saying stuff, all the things you want to know, like I legit think was all I got to y'all want bro, hold on, okay, y'all wanted this song, and then when the song came out, y'all didn't stream it nearly as much as when it was leaked on TikTok, and just my people always say, "Oh, the leaked version was better. Leaked version was better." Like, no, bro, that doesn't even make sense. Um, but yeah, you start off with Smooth Criminal. There's not really any bad songs on here. None of these are generic beats. In my opinion, maybe until you get down here to like Decisions, With You, Parting Ways, Suicide, PNLG, and All Rights. Like those are more generic beats. But these first like 8 songs, you never really hear Polo G on those type of beats. Especially like these first 5 songs and Unapologetic. You got that aggressive Polo G where he's actually rapping on that Chicago drill stuff, right? So I don't get the Polo G fell off stuff. Hall of Fame 2.0, my favorite album of all time, or second favorite. Eternal Takes my favorite, but still. Then let's go to another artist people say fell off, Little Baby, right? And Little Baby, it actually started off different, right? It started with the song Frozen. Um, I think it started with the song Frozen. He released a song called Frozen. It's kind of mid. No one really paid attention to it, and um, yeah, that's all I really got to say about it. Because here's the thing, he released 2 tracks in 2021, I believe, that did well. Ride On and Army. I believe he released both of those at the same time. Those both did well. Both great songs, right? And then you go to the week of wait, no. It wasn't Ride On. Man, it wasn't Army. Army was released in 2020, my bad. It was the song that's on the album. What's it called, bro? Hold on. Let me go to the album, bro. Oh, In the Minute. It was In the Minute. He released In the Minute and Ride On. Both of those were hits. In fact, Ride On was bigger than Army. Was bigger than In the Minute when it first came out. But people forget that, right? And then he released a song called Hey, which Hey was met with 2 different types of what you call it reception. Some people loved the song. Some people thought it was Lil Baby's worst song ever, and I think it's pretty cool. I think it's cool. I mean, sometimes when I hear, it, I'm like, why am I playing this? Sometimes I hear, it, I'm like, this is vibe. So like, I don't know. And then he released this the same week on his the same week the album came out. It's Only Me, and It's Only Me had a lot of good songs. It didn't live up to My Turn, and you could say that Lil Baby did not change anything with this album and My Turn and whatever. You got Real Spill, great intro, right? Pop Out, and then there's a couple songs where you just like, all right, it's cool, but we've heard this before, like Stand on It, California Breeze. It was kind of a hit, right? Like when it first came out, people were bumping it, but not really, right? And then I feel like Never Hating should have been bigger, honestly. Forever was a hit. It was playing on the radio. Like, let's be for real. Not finished. Everybody was playing that. Like, I don't understand y'all logic with saying this is a bad album, right? If I hear most of these songs getting played by people, getting played on social media, getting played on the radio, how can the album be trash? Like, it can't be entirely trash. I've seen some people say like there's no good songs on this album, which is just not true. I think this album's like a 8 out of 10 probably. There's a couple songs down here that are like just really bad, like Top Priority, Danger, Stop Playing might be one of Lil Baby's worst songs ever, for real. Um, but I really like the production on this, even though some of it wasn't mixed well. That's not what I mean by production. Like just the beats in general. I like some of the beats on here, right? And also Russian Roulette is one of the best Lil Baby songs ever, honestly. So do I think Lil Baby fell off? That really comes to his singles, right? The singles he's released since this album has dropped, and he's released a decent amount of singles, right? Wait, my bad. I just looked at the same thing. Singles. Is it not gonna show me singles? Songs. Huh. Recent songs. Huh. What if I look up recent songs? No, 2023 songs. I looked that up, right? Okay, he released a couple singles in 2023, like 350, Crazy. Actually, these may have released in 2024. I'm gonna be honest. Um, Another thing that happened was the Fully Loaded feature on Trippie Redd's album was horrible. Um, Go Hard wasn't really good. Merch Madness flopped so bad. 350 and Crazy, they weren't even bad songs, but they weren't mixed well. And Okay with French Montana, he didn't have a bad verse, but no one's listening to French Montana. So I don't know. Also, even the song with DJ Khaled, Uzi, Future, and himself, like I don't even know how that flopped, honestly. Like Lil Baby's just had a lot of bad verses, bad songs that came out recently. I want to see what he sounds like on this album because if you want to go off recently, he had the feature on "We Still Don't Trust You" with Future, All My Life. He went crazy on there. Then he just had the feature with Central C, Band for Band, which was good in my opinion. So I think we need to wait to say if Lil Baby fell off or not. But I wouldn't completely say Lil Baby fell off, right? Um Next person I want to talk about is Lil Uzi. Um People were really saying Uzi fell off with Eternal Take, but I'm just ignore that, right? Because first of all, Eternal Take sold so many units first week. And when I hear people talk about Eternal Take now, I hear people that love Eternal Take. Um so I don't know. I feel like that Eternal Take hate at the time was just like, oh, we waited 3 years just for you to drop this, even though it was still good, right? Um, I will say it really started with the Future Uzi collab album tape, whatever you want to call it, right? I remember seeing on TikTok there was like a video of 1 million views of Uzi on Lullaby, right? Uzi on Lullaby was just rapping off beat, and I get why people say that this album specifically was pretty mid, trash, whatever. Because there would be a lot of songs where Uzi carried Future or Future carried Uzi. Their chemistry wasn't great on most of these songs, and there's only a few songs you could really take off this album, right? and I get that. After this, whoa, I did not mean to do that. After this album dropped, Lil Uzi dropped a song called Sasuke. Let me pull it up. Sasuke. I don't know if I'm spelling it right. Alright. After they dropped the album, he dropped this called Sasuke. Actually no, this dropped after Eternal Take. Cause it says release April. Um whatever, right? He dropped this song, bad reception. The song's mid. I haven't really went back to it at all. I'm probably not gonna go back to it. But this came out after Eternal Take and Eternal Take Deluxe. Which people love the Eternal Take Deluxe. So once again, saying Uzi fell off after Eternal Take era was crazy, right? But Lucy then drops one of the worst songs of his career in Demon High, right? Demon High came out in 2021. It says January 1st. I don't believe it was January 1st. I think it came out like late 2021. But yeah, it says right there, October 29th, 2021. But very emo song. I don't know why he released it. I really don't. He also had the verse on Heavy that most Uzi fans didn't like. I think his verse on Heavy is cool. But Uzi probably never gonna rap on New York Drill again. Then a couple of his features were just off. I can't name some of the features off the top of my head, but a lot of people were questioning his features too. And then he kept promising us Pink Tape, and instead of dropping Pink Tape, Lil Uzi in 2022 then decided to drop Red and White, which obviously Red and White equals pink. So I guess you could say that's what Pink Tape was supposed to be. I don't know, but this album had a bunch of leaks on it, right? And I don't know why this wasn't received well. I feel like again the fans just ignored this. I will say that Uzi did not promote this well. Uzi said that he was gonna drop Red and White soon, and then proceeded to drop it like a month later. And even though he kept dropping the single like every single day, that was not good promotion because he was only dropping it on SoundCloud and he wasn't reposting it on his Instagram, Twitter, whatever. So, oh wait, and the other thing is when this album first dropped on every platform, it was released single by single. It wasn't released with the full album. And then when the full album came out, it was only 5 tracks. And then there was another album that came out that was 9 tracks, which is the full version. Like Uzi messed up bad when he was releasing Red and White. If Uzi didn't mess up so bad releasing Red and White, I feel like it would have been way more popular. But it is what it is. But like I was saying, this most of this album is old Uzi tracks. I literally seen a post saying that most of these tracks were made before 2019. The only tracks that weren't made after 2019 was like Lock in My Purse and Final Fantasy, I believe. But yeah, I think it's really good. But and then we get to late 2022, I believe. Yeah, we get to October 2022, right? Lil Uzi drops Just Wanna Rock. Now, Just Wanna Rock, obviously a dance song. It was on TikTok, blown up on. And I didn't even expect this to be released. It released on my brother's birthday, October 17th. Um, and it was just random, right? Because again, it was on TikTok, and I guess Uzi's team was telling Uzi, "Hey, you gotta drop this since it's blown up on TikTok." And it ended up being a great idea because "Just Wanna Rock" not only was one of the biggest songs of 2022, but it's one of the biggest dance songs probably ever at this point. I if you look at like Lil Uzi stream songs, it's probably a top 5 stream song from Uzi ever. But obviously, since it's a dance song and whatever, some people didn't like it in general. Then Uzi eventually drops Pink Tape, right? He drops Pink Tape summer of 2023. Hopefully this can load. And most people's favorite song was Flood the Face. After that, a lot of people didn't like these songs, right? Because Uzi was trying something different. A lot of people say this is very similar to what Cardi did with Whole Lotta Red, and I agree. But for some reason, people didn't like it. From Uzi's side, I just don't understand why people don't like this project. There's a lot of good songs on it. There's a lot of songs where I'm like, okay, I get where you don't like it. Like Crush 'em, he's repeating Crush 'em the whole hook, sure. Even though the beat's crazy on Crushing, I get why you don't like it, right? That fire, he's talking high pitched voice, endless fashion. I get why you don't like some of these songs, even the rock songs. A lot of people just had a problem with the second half of the album. That's what Twitter was basically saying the first day it came out. Like, oh, the first half of the album was really good, but the second half, you got Fire Alarm, you got CS, you got Werewolf, you got The Ends, you got Charlotte, like all those songs that I just named hit or miss, right? But again, like if you just like it's 26 songs, right? So obviously it's gonna have some misses. I don't know why people expect it to go 26 for 26 on this album. It just doesn't make sense to me, right? But Uzi also didn't fall off. And I'm not even just talking about from a number standpoint, but I could talk from that standpoint because I know dang well when he drops Love Is Rage 3, that's gonna be one of the most streamed albums whenever year it comes out. I doubt it's gonna come out this year. But yeah, I don't think Uzi can fall off at this point in his career. His fan base is too big, and even though Uzi quote unquote dropped a bad album, like you still see all these streams on most of these songs, bro. And even if you want me to take all the good songs away from this album, Flood the Face, Suicide Doors, A, X2, Spin Again, I Gotta, Mama I'm Sorry, Nakamura, Pluto and Mars, Patience. Like I could keep going. Like I skipped over a couple on purpose, bro. Like Pink Tape has some good songs. Don't trip on Pink Tape. The last artist I want to talk about this video is Roddy Ricch. Now, Roddy Ricch is one of the weirdest cases in this whole video, right? Because Roddy Ricch dropped Late at Night, or actually, we gotta go back to Please Excuse Me for to be antisocial. Dropped in December 2019. And then for some reason, Roddy Ricch waited all the way until December 2022 to drop Live Life Fast. And the only song he dropped from his own name was Late at Night. Late at Night was successful. Late at Night played on the radio, stuff like that. Late at Night was a good song. But the lead single to your album, I mean, I don't know, right? People were saying he should have dropped another single or something like that. Okay, that doesn't really matter because Live Life Fast still had what you call it, hype around it, and people were still gonna listen to it regardless if he dropped a single or not. And then we get to the actual album. Roddy Ricch sounds completely different. Roddy Ricch sounds offbeat. He doesn't sound focused. His melodies aren't hitting the same. Like if you go to the you got songs like All Good where Roddy Ricch's verses offbeat, unfocused, trash lyrics, horrible lyrics, roller coasting, um, the hook is very generic, bland, and you can say the same thing about a couple other of these songs like Crash a Party. No way is Roddy Ricch's worst song. I'm gonna be honest, worst song ever. Man Made literally has a production glitch midway through the song. Um, everything you need has multiple voice cracks, multiple bad melodies on the song. But there is some good songs on this album, right? I'm not gonna trash on the whole album. Like the the beat on All Good is very good. That's the only reason I like sometimes go back to that song. Thailand is a very good song. Hibachi, Paid My Dues for Takeoff, one of the best songs on the album. Move to Miami. Even though some people don't like the first minute of the song, I think the first minute of the song is fine. The song with Gunna is good. 25 Million. The thing about 25 Million, obviously, is the most streamed song of the album. Or besides Late at Night, it's the most streamed song on the album. But I don't know. I feel like the verses on what you call it, 25 Million are kind of mid, in my opinion. So I don't know why it's so hyped up, but that's just me. And yeah, that's what Roddy Ricch dropped in 2022. So Roddy Ricch saw everything that everybody was saying about him falling off, and then Roddy Ricch decided to drop what's it called? The Feed the Streets. Feed the Streets 3. He dropped Feed the Streets 3 in 2023 November. And he dropped a couple singles for it too, like "Stop Breathing" and "Aston Martin Truck," which both play on the radio. Also, he dropped "Twin," also played on the radio. Also had a couple other features that played on the radio. And again, I just think it's a simple fact that people ignored this album. Now maybe what these three albums have in common, or the three albums I say got ignored have in common: lack of promotion. Hall of Fame 2.0 didn't really get a lot of promotion. Red and White didn't get a lot of promotion. I went through that. This didn't get a lot of promotion outside of the singles, but this project had a lot of good songs, like King Size, Heavier. Like Heavier is one of the best lyrical Roddy Ricch song. Not like lyrical, but like he's actually talking about something. Like when he goes like "Rest in peace, Lil Keed. I hope I hope the Sun's proud of me. Hope the feds let them free. They don't need to be locked in chains." Then he talks about Gunna on that song. Even Belly the Beast. Belly the Beast probably Roddy Ricch's best lyrical song. I'm gonna be honest. Like y'all would just have to listen to it. Again, like I said, this had a couple radio songs. And this is reminded me of Please Excuse Me for being antisocial Roddy Ricch. I'm gonna keep coming back to this project, whether or not Roddy Ricch falls off or not, because this project is good. And then obviously Roddy Ricch literally just dropped a song the other day. I forgot what it was called. Roddy Ricch. I'm gonna just look up Roddy Ricch new song because I really have no idea what it's called. Um, Bro, what's the new song called, man? Hold on, bro. Videos. So am I not gonna see this new Roddy Ricch song? Hold on, let me go news. All right, he dropped a new song called "Survivor's Remorse." It was cool, but I'm just waiting for that new Roddy Ricch album. Apparently, Roddy Ricch's new album is going to be called the Navy album, which I don't know. I don't necessarily know why he's going to be dropping that album, but this is coming off the feature he had on Gunna's new album, One of One, which was, I forgot what the song was called, but I didn't like the song. That's the only reason I don't know why. Don't know the name of the song. But everybody said Roddy Ricch had a good feature on there, and I'm guessing Roddy Ricch is gonna take the uh bro. I don't know the word for it. The publicity from that song and drop an album soon. Maybe he's dropping an album during summer. I don't know. Roddy Ricch doesn't usually drop albums during summer, so I doubt it. But we'll see. Also, there was rumors that Gunna and Roddy Ricch might drop a collab album. We'll also see about that. Um, but with Roddy Ricch potentially falling off or not, I will say Roddy Ricch is the only person in this video that you can truly say fell off, right? Because Roddy Ricch, his production went down. Like, no, I said that wrong. Like, his rapping skills went down. That's what I meant to say. His rapping skills went down. His melodies went down. Like, everything went down. Like, even though I said Feed the Streets 3 was a great project, or not great, it was a good project, it doesn't fully compare to Please Excuse Me from being antisocial. Just the highs from that album compared to it, right? So, yeah, you can say Roddy Ricch fell off, but I would say give Roddy Ricch one more chance. I feel like on this new album, he's actually gonna show y'all that he did not fall off. But again, he has to promote it well. The only reason he didn't have to promote an album like "Please Excuse Me" to be antisocial was you have a song like "The Box," you have a song like "High Fashion." Did also you dropped that one song with Mustard before that too. What's it called? High Fashion? No, I just said High Fashion. Bro, I don't know what it's called, but y'all get what I mean. But I just went over 4 rappers who potentially fell off. If y'all want to see a part two with like the baby and more artists or more rappers, I'll do it. Like and subscribe if you enjoyed, and my end right there.